Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol CGC. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think it's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Now, I did this analysis yesterday, so that's where these red and green line annotations are coming from. But because of the volatility, I definitely got a little bit more ambitious in terms of level mapping areas out. But now that we've seen volatility has kind of returned back to normal a little bit, normal relative to, like I said, yesterday's price movement, which was all over the place, as I'm sure you know. So the first thing I want to do is a little house cleaning here. And yes, these lines that I'm deleting still do pertain to the chart. They're just not relevant. And like I said, from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to risk causing clutter and confusion because there's lines everywhere. But the one update that does need to be made comes about from a foundational rule in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed above, when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, they tend to act as support. So $50 was a level of resistance going into today, and now that the price is solidly back up above it, that would be considered an area of support. Now, the interesting dynamic going into tomorrow is this red line here right around the 52.40 mark. Now, as I talk right now, the price is actually up above 52.40, but there's still a whole lot of time left post-market, and then you have pre-market tomorrow. So I'm just going to assume that the price closed right here, but where it actually gaps to, if there is even a gap at all, I'm sure there's going to be a gap, but where the gap actually opens, I don't know. But if the price does open up above 52.40, then that same rule applies. That would imply that that level of resistance has been broken, and because of that, that would then become, the near-term level of support. But as it stands right now, that is still considered a level of resistance. Now, in the event the price does break through there, could be a little miniature area of resistance right up there around $54, and then after 54, next key level up there at where all those sellers were hanging out around 55.50. You can see a whole lot of price congestion up around there. I realize I kind of just threw a bunch of red lines on there, after talking about not wanting to cause clutter and confusion, but it's still kind of tricky because, you don't know exactly where this is going to open up. So I figured I'd err on the side of caution now to the upside in terms of, pointing out some potential battlegrounds that the price is going to have to face tomorrow if it is going to get up there and retest those highs right around 55.50. All in all, though, nice day, nice recovery from the lows. And like I said, looking at in the after hours right now, looking like there could be a gap up, but we'll see how things ultimately open up tomorrow morning. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.